Hey guys, what's going on? Brian here. Today's video is going to be a little weird, as in it's kind of different than what we usually do every week. My tanks, they got a trifecta going on. They're going bad. They're going downhill. We got a bit of the uglies, the algae, the cyano, even death. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, I went to Petco, my LFS, to pick up some more snails, cleanup crew, and luckily I found some Margarita snails and a Nasaria snail, and Serret snail, and even a sand sifting starfish, which is pretty cool because I was actually looking up one of those and getting one of those, so it kind of worked out. I didn't really record in Petco because it kind of felt weird. It's a Saturday, it's super busy in there, and I kept getting looked at, and I just felt uncomfortable, you know, guys. It just felt kind of weird. Plus, you know, stuff. It's weird. Seems to be a common thing going on in this video. A lot of weird stuff's happening.
Oi, I'm coming from you from the Wet Tank Clan, telling you to like and subscribe to my boy, y'all.
Anyway, that should help with some algae issues that's going on in the CADE. So yeah. All right, first up is our cube. Now this is about a few days after doing a water change. I blasted all the rocks in the sand to get all the cyano off, and it lasted for a few days, and then it started creeping back. Now, one thing to note with cyano is it really pops up when there's an imbalance between nitrate and phosphate levels. So my issue was I had 0 phosphate and my nitrates were hanging around 5, anywhere between 2 and 5. I don't know, the color chart kind of makes it difficult to get an accurate reading. But that was my issue. There was no phosphate and there was nitrate in the system. What you're seeing now is about a week after that water change, and it's coming back in full. So I don't know, this is the 3rd week going on battling the cyano. I'm thinking it might be time to hit it with some chemically, which brings me to the point of always try natural ways to solve it before going to chemicals. But luckily, all the corals are doing fine, and the inhabitant, Spike. Alright, next we're going to go over the CADE. So from this distance, it doesn't even look that bad. Looking closer, you can see all the green hair algae just accumulating on the rocks and the sand bed. Before this was going on, I was battling a really big bacterial bloom. It was super cloudy in here for at least a week and a half. UV didn't help, adding carbon didn't help, but what helped me was doing a huge water change, as in 20% water change, and it actually helped it a lot to clear up. Also take note that the side with the wave maker that's blowing onto the right side, it has less algae, so I'm thinking about adding a second wave maker to help out with that issue as well on the other side. Plus, to give a little helping hand in clearer water, I picked up this Clear Dropin 4 from Coral View. I actually got this on sale at the time. It was 40% off on Marine Depot, so why not, right? This is actually better than the filter stocks I'm using. I'm using 200 micron, and this filter fleece is actually 50 micron. So it should help, in theory, clear up the water a lot easier, a lot faster, a lot better, because as you saw, it was still kind of cloudy. But I think this will help a lot. Plus, I won't have to keep cleaning filter socks all the time or changing them out every 2 to 3 days. This can do it automatically, and I am a-okay with that. And here are the new guys that will help with our algae issue. Hopefully they can eat it all. I would have shown you in tank, but as soon as I added them in there, they just disappeared and took right into hiding. One thing to note with Margarita snails, they are cold water snails, so they may not live as long as Mexican turbo snails. They actually live in between 55 and 65 degree water, so just keep an eye out, make sure they don't die, and add more nutrients to the tank and feeding algae. Okay guys, this is our macroalgae tank. It kind of took a dump, everything's dying. It's really bad. You can also see that there's diatoms going on in the tank, so I wonder if it has to do with being a brand new tank. But although I've seen macroalgae thrive in a brand new tank that's still cycling and everything, but I honestly think I messed it up. I dosed way too much nitrate and phosphate, so it could have stressed out the macroalgae enough to give it nitrate burn, and it's just melting away. Luckily the red ogo isn't melting completely, but it's getting wider and wider, and some of it's remaining green, so I'm hoping it'll bounce back. I'm actually dosing some of the Brightwell Chaeto Grow. It has iron in it, it has all kinds of elements in it, magnesium, all that stuff. It's pretty much the fertilizer for macroalgae. These mangroves, on the other hand, are doing phenomenal. They're doing really great. Part of that reason is because I went to Home Depot and I picked up this lamp for about $23, and then I threw in an LED, a grow light. It's more on the red spectrum, so that it would actually help with the plant's growth and everything. It says it's for fruit and seedlings, so either way, macroalgae likes the red light, but we'll see.
Alright guys, as you can see, my tanks look like crap. It happens in reefing. Don't get discouraged. That's all I gotta say. It happens to the best of us. Just don't be piling in all types of like chemicals and things. Try to do the natural way first, like I was doing. It's been going 3 weeks on the Cyano issue in the cubes, so I think it's time to dose some ChemiClean and see what happens. But just make sure you follow the directions to the T, so that way your tank doesn't crash. Just know that when you add chemicals, it can make an adverse reaction and can possibly crash your tank. So just be careful, be mindful of that stuff, and just keep reefing, guys. I just have to say, if you took anything away from this video, any type of knowledge, or you think it was alright, give it a thumbs up, give me that like, and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. SaltFishTV out.